In this video, we're going to be talking about how to create an illusion in Photoshop that makes it look like you are stuck inside of a water bottle. So the first part of the process is going to be you taking your picture using Photo Booth, and it needs to be a picture from all the way from below your feet to above your head because you need your entire body for this picture. After taking the picture then, you would open this picture into Photoshop, and I'm going to do that by dragging it onto my Photoshop icon, which will open the picture into Photoshop. Next thing I'm going to do is go to File and Save As, and I'm just going to call it Me in a Water Bottle. To start with, we'll name it something a little bit better next time. Or later as we go through this. For now, I'll just call it whatever I want to. And click OK, and now we have the image. The next thing we're going to do, I'm going to go to the Image menu, go to Image Rotation, and we are going to turn it 90 degrees counterclockwise. When I do that, it looks like it cut a little bit of the top of the picture off and a little bit of the bottom picture. It did not cut the picture off. It just happens to be the zoom level that it's at makes it look like it's gone, but it's actually just kind of hidden. So what you can do is come down here to the hand tool, double click the hand tool. Anytime you double click the hand tool, that will zoom the picture to a point where it completely fits on the screen. I'm going to begin deleting the background by using the cropping tool. So I'm going to select the crop tool, and I'm going to make sure that this is on unconstrained. You might be on 3.5 by 5 from working on a prior project. You need to change this back to unconstrained, because then when you do that, you can make this box any size you want. Also, it doesn't change the resolution of the picture. It just keeps it at what it was created in. And you can narrow down the box. Now, once it's like this, this is not cropped yet. This is just showing you what it will be and wants to know, is that what you want to do? And if that's the case, you can either press return or click this check mark. When you click that check mark, it gets rid of everything else except for whatever was inside the lighter colored box. Next thing I'm going to do, and this deviates a little bit from the directions in Word, is that I'm going to go ahead and double click the background now. So over here in your Layers palette, okay, this is the Layers palette. If you do not have your Layers palette available to you, so for example, if your Layers palette is not over here, if you go under the Window menu, it'll be there. So you come down and select Layers. Here's your Layers palette. On your Layers palette, you want to double click the word Background. Double click that and give this your name. So I'm going to call mine Mr. Davis. And then I click OK. After doing that, I'm going to move to, first of all, zoom in to the upper part of the picture so that I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to use the polygonal lasso tool. Not the regular lasso tool, but the polygonal lasso tool. Polygonal lasso tool allows you to click and move and then click again and click again and click again, whereas the regular lasso tool, you have to hold the mouse button down the whole time, and that gets very difficult when you're using a trackpad. And then it's actually kind of difficult using a real mouse as well. And what I'm doing is I'm just trying to draw around myself, and I'm using me as the edge of where I want to get rid of the background. So again, you do have to keep in mind you're trying to get rid of the background. So what that means is, usually what I like to do is I kind of like to do it in quadrants. So once I kind of get to the top of my head, I'm going to go straight up, come over, come back down, and close the selection right there. Excuse me. And then when I press delete, what you should get is a checkerboard background. If you are not getting this checkerboard background, it means that you did not rename your layer over in the Layers palette. So then I will get the polygonal lasso tool, and I will continue around myself And sometimes you may want to take this in very large chunks. So I may just want to come over like this, get rid of that much, and then I may want to come down, come along here, come along my hand, come along the top part of my arm, and then come over here, close that again, and then I can get the zoom tool and I can zoom into this area a little bit closer so that I can really see what I'm doing. So now I can come along here. If you try to do all of this in one shot, you're probably not going to get very high quality results. So you kind of want to take it in pieces so that you can really see what you're doing. It's going to let you get a little bit more curvy this way. Close that, press delete, and of course I would work down into this section. And press delete. And as I zoom out, you can see that the upper part of the background is gone. I'd zoom in here, take out this section, and then travel along the drawing, take out the side, and work all the way around. Okay. On the next video, I will be talking about next steps after completely deleting the background. So continue deleting the background, and once your background is done being deleted, make sure that you save it, and you may want to save it early and often as you go along. You will get this question. You're going to save it as a PSD. Just simply hit save. You can name it the same thing. Hit save and continue to work until the entire background is gone.